Good morning and Jai Hind students. I am Kanchan, your English teacher. This time I have taken the chapter The Making of a Scientist, and this chapter is of the book Footprints Without Feet. So this chapter was written by Robert W. Peterson, and this chapter is about Richard H. Ebright. He had a habit of collecting butterflies, rocks, fossils and coins since he was a kid. He started scientific research on the study of butterflies. His curiosity and a will to win for the right reasons made him successful. So we will read about a scientist and how he became successful person and about his childhood days. So Richard Ebright has received the Searle Scholar Award and the Schering-Plough Award for Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. So it was his fascination for butterflies that opened the world of science to him. Now it is started here. At the age of 22, a former Scout of the Year, means Ebright excited the scientific world with a new theory on how cells work. Means his theory was published in the scientific journal, and it was written by Richard H. Ebright, and his college roommate explained the theory in an article, and it was published in Scientific Journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Science. It was the first time this important scientific journal had ever published the work of college. First time it was there. In sports, that would be like making the big leagues at the age of 15 and hitting a home run your first time at bat. For Richard Ebright, it was the first in a long string of achievements in science and other fields. So it was a big honor. It was a rare honor for Richard. So he was very happy. Now, and only child, Ebright grew up north of Reading. It is a place, and Pennsylvania. There was not much as good there. Means he is saying here at this place he was not able to do anything else. He could only play football or baseball with a team of one. But there was one thing he could do, that he could collect things. So he did that. And did he ever, beginning in kindergarten, and then he started his studies. Ebright collected butterflies because it was his hobby, with the same determination that has marked all his activities. He also collected rocks, fossils and coins. He became an eager astronomer because he wanted to look at the stars, and he was there many times, and for a long time stargazing in the night, all night. Next thing we will know about next character who helped a lot in Ebright's life to become a successful scientist. It was his mother. From the first, he had a driving curiosity along with a bright mind. He also had a mother who encouraged his interest in learning. She took him on trips. Means whenever she would go, she would also take Ebright with her. She bought for him telescopes, microscopes, cameras, mounting materials and other equipments that helped him in many other ways. So I was his only companion until he started school, his mother would say. And after that, I would bring him home friends. She also helped him to make friends, and she would call friends for him. And but at night we just did things together. Richie was my whole life. After his father died, when Richie was in 3rd grade, means his father died, and only his mother was there to take proper care. So she and her son spent almost every evening at the dining room table. If he didn't have things to do, I found work for him. Not physical work, but learning things. Means his mother would engage him to learn many things. His mother said he liked it. He wanted to learn and learn he did. He earned top grades in school on every day. Thinks he was just like every other kid, his mother said. Now, by the time he was in the second grade, means second class, he was in second class, and class 2, Ebright had collected all 25 species of butterflies he collected, found around his hometown. Whatever he had found, he had collected. Here is species and subspecies of butterflies collected in 6 weeks in Reading, Pennsylvania. See here, it is the name of butterflies. That probably would have been the end of my butterfly collecting, he said. But then my mother got me a children's book called The Travels of Monarch X. That book, which told how monarch butterflies migrate to Central America, opened the world of science to the eager young collector. So, finding this book, he had curiosity to learn a lot about migration of this butterfly, that is monarch. So he started studying this. Now, at the end of the book, readers were invited to help study butterfly migration. They were asked to tag butterflies by research by Dr. Frederick A. Urquhart of the University of Toronto, Canada. So, Toronto, Canada. Ebright's mother wrote to Dr. Urquhart, and soon Ebright was attaching light adhesive tags to the wings. What would he do? He would just tags them with adhesive tags and on them, and then they would wait for other to catch it, to hold it. So here, anyone who found a tagged butterfly was asked to set the tag to Dr. Urquhart. In this way, they would find out how did they migrate and to which distance they would migrate. The butterfly collecting season around Reading lasts 6 weeks, and it was proceeded near about 6 weeks. Late summer, see graph below here. Now it would catch a female monarch. What would Ebright do? Next step was there. It was the first step that he would just tag one wing of a monarch butterfly, and then next was he would collect eggs and raise them in a basement through their life cycle to observe their life cycle. Here from egg to caterpillar and to pupa to adult butterfly, means it is cycle of making butterfly. So he would collect eggs and then he would see that, then he would tag the butterflies wings and let them go. For several years his basement was home to thousands of monarchs in different stages of development. Means this was done practically to learn, just like research. Okay students, I will continue in my next video. Thank you and Jai Hind.